What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, it's some interesting news that's unfolding. It looks like Gabriel Rosado, who recently fought Gennady Golovkin, and that fight was stopped in 7 rounds due to a cut and his corner thrown in the towel. It looks like on the Mayweather-Guerrero undercard, May 4th, he may be set to face J. Leon Love. Now, originally I heard that Gabriel Rosado from Philly was slated to fight Angulo in a rematch. They've already fought. Angulo knocked him out, and I heard they were going to try to make that for the May 4th card. However, for one reason or another, it doesn't look like that fight is going to be taking place, and they've set their sights on J. Leon Love versus Gabriel Rosado. Now, I'd definitely be interested to see this fight for a variety of reasons. You got Gabriel Rosado, who is coming off a loss to Gennady Golovkin, but as I stated in previous videos, it's a loss that does more than his career, or for his career, than a win against certain opponents. Because initially, Gabriel Rosado was supposed to fight K9 Bundridge, and to me, I think losing in the fashion that he lost to Gennady Golovkin, going the whole 7 rounds against an opponent who's higher up in weight, that is a feared puncher or a known puncher, someone who packs a power. I think that honestly does more than his career than beating K9 Bundridge. Because K9 Bundridge, he would have fought at 154 for a title. And I've never been high up on K9 Bundridge. He's funny and he's very awkward and sloppy. But he was never a solid champion to me. He was one of the weaker champions. Like, you got people like Andre Ward, and then you got Floyd Mayweather's, and then you got K9 Bundridge. He was never on that echelon where I could see him keeping his belt against the best guys at 154. Anyway, I honestly think that Gabriel Rosado, he showed a lot of guts, a lot of balls. He held a good account for himself. Lasted 7 rounds, which is probably more than some people thought he would last. And he never even got knocked out. He didn't get knocked out. It was a stoppage. He did receive a cut early on in the fight, and that definitely made things tougher. But even receiving a well-placed cut, or a cut that was not in a good spot, he still tried, and again, he held a good account of himself. So I think that does more for his career. So I'd be anxious to see that. And then you got J. Leon Love, who wasn't that impressive in his last performance to me against Finley, but it may be the opponent. I'm not really that familiar with Finley, but Finley was definitely aggressive, and he was definitely trying to smother him. So sometimes fighters get in a space with another fighter, and it's very hard to look good against them. So I don't know, but I just expected a little bit more from J. Leon Love in the last fight. So I think it would be a good test, because it's definitely a step up in class for J. Leon Love. And then you have Gabriel Rosado, who's coming off a loss, but a valiant, spirited loss. And I would definitely be interested in this matchup to see exactly where everyone stands. So looks like the Mayweather-Guerrero undercard is getting more and more packed. These are some interesting fights. You got Ponce de Leon versus Abner Mares. Abner Mares' first fight at 126. I'm definitely wanting to see that. And then you have the main event, Robert Guerrero versus Floyd Mayweather. So what do you guys think? J. Leon Love versus Gabriel Rosado. Again, I think it's a pick'em, toss-up fight. We know that at the very least, Gabriel Rosado, he's a tough cookie. Like, he's a tough customer. A lot of fighters from Philly are, if you notice that pattern. But it looks like he has a chin. He went up against pretty much the top puncher in the middleweight division, or one of them, and he lasted majority of the fight. So I'd be anxious to see. And again, it's going to be a step up in class, just because he has a tough chin and he has a rugged style. So I'd be anxious to see this fight. Let me know what you guys think. Gabriel Rosado versus J. Leon Love. It's not in stone, but it is likely to happen. Let me know what you guys think of this fight. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see another fight? Let me know. What do you guys think of the Mayweather undercard? Until next video, it's Ego signing off.